Another epic night in the fight for the White House. For the Democrats, Hillary Clinton scores a convincing string of wins, perhaps cementing her frontrunner status. As for the Republicans, despite Trump's success tonight, that race is just as unpredictable and unprecedented as ever. As we go now to ABC's David Wright in Ohio, where a win for Governor Kasich could reshape the election. David.
Good evening, Juju, from John Kasich headquarters outside Cleveland. A jubilant mood here tonight. This is one state where Donald Trump had a real fight on his hands today. And John Kasich, the governor here, won his home state, ensuring that he now moves forward in the Republican contest, which now becomes a three-man race. Beware the Ides of March, March 15th. The man who would be an American Caesar was wounded tonight. This wasn't quite the sweeping victory he had predicted. He was triumphant in Florida.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Donald Trump easily trounced Marco Rubio in his home state. The margin huge. Tonight, Rubio suspended his campaign.
And while today my campaign is suspended, the fact that I've even come this far is evidence of how special America truly is.
Here in Ohio, John Kasich was hoping to avoid the same fate.
You're so good.
Tonight, we were with him backstage as he was shooting hoops and shooting the moon, that he actually pulled it off. Looks like you got some game tonight.
I got game with basketball every night.
This was the biggest day of voting since Super Tuesday. Going into tonight, Ohio and Florida were the biggest potential roadblocks for Trump because Kasich and Rubio enjoyed home state advantage. Here in Ohio, it was neck and neck right down to the wire.
Very exciting to come into Ohio and cast a vote for me for President of the United States. Pretty amazing.
Kasich is the one Republican who has continued to take the high road, refusing even today to take a potshot at Trump. It strikes me you're the one Republican who hasn't gone down into the gutter, at least.
Well, listen.
Do you think that's helped you?
Oh, no question. But after languishing in the shadows for the whole time and really being ignored, I think that maybe that quiet positiveness is translating through.
He says tonight the voters have finally noticed. Ohio has an open primary.
I need you to make a choice for ballot today.
Allowing independent voters to choose whether they'll vote in the Republican or the Democratic contest. Today we met Democratic voters who gamed it out.
What's your strategy?
To vote for someone that I think will knock someone else out that I do not approve of.
Mary Dunn was cagey about it. We had to play 20 questions.
I'm guessing you voted in the Republican race.
I did.
And I'm guessing you went with the hometown hero.
Probably.
She wasn't alone. Ohio officials say 10% of Democrats chose to vote Republican this year.
Democrats come into the Republican primaries in a lot of different states. I think in Ohio, they came in, and the exit polls show they actually voted for John Kasich in the course of this. And I think that was their effort to sort of say, we're going to stop Trump. Even the Democrats are trying to get involved in the Stop Trump movement.
At Slyman's restaurant, boasting Cleveland's biggest corned beef sandwiches, one of the waitresses told us she was going to vote right after she finished peeling potatoes ahead of the St. Patrick's Day rush.
I'm going to vote for Kasich.
She told us she wasn't thrilled with the choice. She says her whole family sees it as the lesser of evils.
What was your son's joke about?
Picking a presidential candidate this year is like picking what sexually transmitted disease I'd be most comfortable with.
Donald Trump has plenty of supporters in Florida, where the choice appears to have been a bit more cut and dry.
I think I've seen enough of professional politicians, so I voted for Donald Trump.
He's come out on top of every poll in Florida since July, even after Rubio tried to match Trump insult for insult.
And you know what they say about men with small hands? You can't trust them.
Trump then took special relish in mocking him.
A little, L-I-D-D-L-E, little Marco.
Hey, look at this! A little Trump!
The contest in Florida ended up looking a bit like Trump's star turn in the WWE. Remember the Battle of the Billionaires on WrestleMania?
How you doing, man?
Maybe this is what Vladimir Putin has to look forward to, eh?
Thank you all very much.
For now, Kasich and Ted Cruz appear to be the only two candidates who still have some hope of challenging Trump. Both of them far behind in the delegate count. Today on Hugh Hewitt's radio show, Cruz ruled out ever serving as Trump's VP.
I have absolutely zero interest in doing that.
Not that Trump had even offered.
If Trump beats Cruz next week in Arizona, then you can see a path for Trump to get very close to 50% of the delegates. If Cruz can beat Trump in Arizona, then I think we really are looking almost certainly at a contested convention.
Tonight, Trump had a surprisingly strong showing from female voters.
Bimbo. Dog. Fat pig.
Despite this political ad.
You know, it really doesn't matter what they write, as long as you've got a young and beautiful piece of ass.
But that doesn't seem to faze him, as he told Good Morning America this morning.
We're doing well in every category, but I'm leading with women, and I'm very happy about it.
According to ABC News exit polling, he has won the women's vote in 13 out of 20 states.
Thank you, Ohio!
On the Democratic side, this was a big night for Hillary Clinton, staving off a challenge from Bernie Sanders in most of the Rust Belt. Tonight, Clinton sounded triumphant.
We are moving closer to securing the Democratic Party nomination and winning this election in November.
And she even mentioned him by name for the first time in a primary night speech.
We can't lose what made America great in the first place. And this isn't just about Donald Trump. All of us have to do our part.
For Clinton, the road to the Democratic nomination now looks fairly smooth. But after that, it could get rocky. Today, she talked with my colleague Cecilia Vega.
Donald Trump has said he hasn't even started to hit you yet. It looks like this could be a general campaign that is very ugly and very personal. Does that give you any pause?
No, not a bit.
Your face doesn't even move?
No, not a bit. You know, look, I've been standing up to bullies my entire life. He can run whatever kind of campaign he wants. I have really thick skin. And it's not about me. It's about every American and what we're going to do together.
If the past week is anything to go by, we are in for a bruising campaign.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
The primary's still ongoing, but the general election fight already looming large. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Cleveland, Ohio.